So hi guys, I've got a review here of the Ultrasabers Guardian lightsaber. I got this with the Emerald driver and the Obsidian V4 soundboard. You'll see here I also got it with the nickel finish, which is something I personally find very attractive on this hilt. Some people also enjoy the steel finish, which I just think is a personal preference. It's really just an aesthetic thing. You'll notice I got the black AV switch. It's an illuminated switch which will glow blue when I power it up here shortly. Now the first thing I noticed, and in fact everybody noticed when I unboxed this, was how heavy the hilt was. Now I don't think it's actually that heavy. It's an appropriate heaviness. It's really well engineered and extremely well balanced. You can hold it from here one-handed if you like, although I don't know that that's really a good style. Right here ends up being a great place to hold it if you're going to wield this one-handed. Or if you go two-handed, it gives you a great pivot point to provide control with your offhand while pivoting with your primary hand. And it feels very good, very natural, and very easy to wield and hold and swing around. So I think if, even as a first Ultrasaber, and this is my first, this has really so far, in the week or so I've had it, turned out to be an excellent choice so far. Now one thing I wanted to point out specifically about the Guardian is its pommel. Now I was concerned before buying it that maybe these rings, these kind of studs around the pommel, might be too big, might get in the way as I'm wielding the saber. But I found once I bought it that actually it makes for a good fit for me. Now I've got kind of large hands, so if for some reason my grip starts to slip, it'll actually sit here and give me a physical clue that I'm not well located on the hilt. So that turned out really well for me. The other thing that I was pleasantly surprised about was if you remove the pommel, as you would do to get to the Obsidian board or the Emerald driver for configuring it, is that the pommel itself is a three-piece pommel that is configurable. So for some reason you don't like these studs, you can take them off completely and reassemble the pommel in kind of a studless situation. Or if you want something even more low profile, just leave this connector piece off and screw the bottom piece of the pommel back in and have a much lower profile pommel. It really just depends on what works for you. Part of it is aesthetic and part of it is fit. So it's really important that the entire hilt fit well in your hands. And so you can play with this and see what works for you. Now, of course, everybody wants to know, what does it actually look like when you turn it on? So this will be the point in the review that you want to bookmark and jump back to show your friends. So let's go ahead and turn it on. So, as I mentioned before, there's a blue illuminated AV switch here. The blue color you set as you order the blade. It's a one-time setting. So that's just about the only thing you can't change on this. I've got the blade set to kind of a soft, medium soft blue right now, and you'll notice the shimmering effect. Now the Emerald driver has a lot of power behind it, a lot of control that it gives you, and in literally just a few seconds time it's very easy to set up a shimmer, which is just a fast fade back and forth between two very similar colors. And with the 4-channel driver that I got, you can use the RGB sliders to set the blade to any color you want. Design your own color, use the color picker to pick one of the standard red, green, blue, yellow, purple, orange, whatever color you like. So simple to do, and I'm really impressed with it. Now, aesthetically, you have these portholes on the side of the emitter, which just emit a little bit of light from the blade. The blade will actually extend right about down through there. So as you order a blade length, you want to make sure that you account for the fact that you're going to lose, what is that, inch and a half, 2 inches inside the hilt itself. There's also a nice flash on clash I've got set up for a demo here. So when you impact something else, I've got this clashing to a really light blue. And with the sound, you can hear that there. The Obsidian board is actually puts out a good amount of sound. You can always lower it through the programming software, but it's nice and loud. It's not something you want to walk through the house with if baby is trying to sleep. That's for sure. With the software, you can also set up things like the motion sensitivity and the sensitivity to impact. So lots of power there with it as well. Now the other thing, of course, you want to know is how bright is it? How bright is it really? Well, even here in this room with the lights on, this is pretty bright. So if we take a moment and turn the lights off, you see it really stands out nicely in the dark. So there we are in complete darkness, and this thing just looks amazing. So far, the Guardian has been a great choice as my first lightsaber, and I'm really looking forward to playing with it more. Please leave me any questions or comments you may have about my review. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy it, and may the Force be with you.